Hello everyone and good day to you. This is Roger with Groovis Games Unlimited and welcome back to our Solo Crusader play series. I hope you guys are doing great and wow, please forgive my delay in getting back here. I have to tell you what's been going on. A massive winter storm we got hit by and a couple other things. But first of all, I hope you guys are doing great. As always, thank you for your time, your interest, and it's just nice to be back with you as we wrap up our Solo Crusader series. I'm very excited for this last turn, and then we're going to be going into Celebration Day. We're going to discuss that, and then I have a special House of Chance game we're going to be playing. So still a lot to look forward to. As I said, yeah, if you were affected by this winter storm, I hope that you're doing good. I hope everything is, you're cleared out. And stay tuned for after this video. At the end, I posted some pictures over on my Facebook page and a few other places showing how bad it was here. It was nuts, guys. You'll see from the pictures. And but prior to that, I got the new Kickstarter update out. I dispatched that, so that took a long time, like almost all day to get out. And then it was the very next day the winter storm hit, and I was, clearing around our house, and then I help out a few neighbors with getting them, cleared out. So it was truly all day and night, whatever day that was it Thursday? I was out there doing that. So it set me behind, and I had to get caught up on comments and emails and messages. I tried to get back to everyone. So sorry, I just wanted to explain what was going on. Believe me, I would have much been in this nice, cozy, warm house with you guys playing Dungeon Crusade. So that's what I wanted to tell you. So I hope you're doing good. Also, I have these here so I don't forget. I know a lot of people really enjoyed these colored player boards by Kevin Sims and Fun and Practical. I chatted with Kevin and he kind of did a soft launch for these. The colored boards, and my other ones are over there in the player area, these are available for you. So he does have these in these multicolored packs. And so, the purple, green, black, and then these three colors. So link in the description. Paul, I was chatting with you. I think you wanted a set of these, or maybe you've already ordered them. And of course, they were featured in this month's Kickstarter update. So these are available. So Kevin, thank you for letting me know. And I think that's about it. Okay, guys, so this is churn 15. And if you've been watching our teleport track, this is the last churn. And then we will be going into Celebration Day, which I'm really looking forward to. We're going to go over that. And you know what, guys? I think after that, you pretty much know this game. Of course, then there's Quest Table 2, Quest Table 3, different monsters, more powerful, deadly monsters, but we'll get to all that. So why don't we start up, get right into the upkeep phase. And remember, we had, unfortunately, Matari'i perished from that Eidolon chest. That was a crazy battle. That was just a crazy churn in general. So let's head over to the resurrection altar in the village and let's res her. And we're going to res Matari'i here, but what I did is I pulled the camera back and shuffled the loot up so you can see some other types of loot in the game. There's 193 pieces, so of course, it goes with white, common, green, uncommon, blue, rare, purple, epic, and orange, legendary. So there's an Academy shield, Vengeful Cleaver, Helm of the Destroyer, Cloak of the Shadow Lord, has a socket, and this scepter here, Kingslayer. Very cool weapon. So I thought you'd like to see that. Okay, you guys are probably pros at this, right? You know what you do on Resurrection. You're going to take these dice. Your white D3 represents health and essence restored to the hero, and then red D12 is health, orange D12 is essence. So let's just roll this first. Hopefully not off the table. Okay, so 2. So already 2 health and 2 essence. We'll stand up Matari'i. So 2 health and 2 essence will be restored, and then we'll roll the other 2. And I have her player board right here. And I'm telling you, I hope that she gets a lot of health and essence back, because I think we're going to try to go into a level 2 chamber for that level 2 quest that we've been doing. So let's see. Not that much at all. Okay, so that's 2 additional health, that's 4. And then what do we have here? That is 5, so 7. Okay, so 4 health and 7 essence. So we have her awesome player board right here. So she's going to have 4 health back. And then 7 essence. I have to do it back here so I can see. Okay. There you go. She's all set. So 4 health, 7 essence. Now, I don't know, maybe we will, since it's, right before Celebration Day. I thought we could go out with a bang and do some chamber combat. So we'll see. All right, let's go over to our player area and start upkeep. And actually, before we get into upkeep, we of course have to spawn Matari'i in. And remember the rule for spawning a hero in after they've been rezzed, that each hero is thought to have a soul stone. So you can place them adjacent to any hero in the dungeon. And guys, I was looking at this before I started the camera, and I have, there's actually like 3 or 4 things we could do right now. First of all, remember, I kind of try to give you the big picture. Here's Zeke right here, and remember, he successfully discovered and picked the lock of that secret room. He's going to be entering into that, and we're going to see if he found a treasure chamber or a desolate chamber. So we're going to be seeing that. But I wanted to kind of go out with a bang with you guys and maybe do some combat. My initial thought was, and we have that one quest we were doing here, the evil beneath here. Remember with the level 2, with the level 2 champion monsters. So we already have 2 of those. And my idea was, and I like just talking to you guys so you can get more acclimated to the game and give you ideas when you're playing, because there's just a lot to do, even at this stage in the game. Over here, this was populated during the seeding process. There's a crate in there and a level 2 champion monster. I was going to send Matari'i in there, by herself, and I'm wondering now if we could get Melhiliak over there and then, have Matari'i rally, or, him rally Matari'i, and they could take on this level 2 champion monster. Because I don't think she's going to do good just going in there with 4 health. But then I thought there's this quest here, a mother's request, where this mother is asking the heroes to find the chalice, this magical chalice in the dungeon. And I was thinking maybe we can, because this is part of that quest here. See the yellow skull tokens? That's our level 2 quest. And this right here pertains to that, these chambers here, and there's a bunch over there. So maybe we could do that. But I'd like to do another thing to open up another crate. So I'll tell you what, let's spawn her here. Sorry to be so long-winded, but I just, I always like to talk to you so you can see the possibilities of what you can do in your turn. So let's spawn her in next to Melhiliak. And then when we lay the initiative tokens, I'm going to count spaces, and I'll let you, we'll discuss if we want to try to go over there or one of these chambers. I think regardless, we're going to go into a chamber and we'll, end on a high note, hopefully winning a battle. Okay, so now let's go over to the player area. Okay, and here we are with our hero and our 2 mercenaries. So remember, Matari'i was killed, of course. Her torch is gone. So let's just start with this. Zeke still has that lit torch here. And remember, we take a d12 and roll it on a result of 1 to 2. The torch goes out. Anything higher, Zeke can use it for the forthcoming turn. And 4. Nope. It is going to stay lit. Okay, is any of our heroes suffering a poisoned, affliction, or bleeding? And I just wanted to give you a visual. These are the 2 things you have to process in the upkeep phase. These are the only 2 afflictions. Of course, Melhiliak from that explosion does have blurred sight, but that's not, you don't process that. You just process these two during the upkeep phase. And you probably remember this. Bleeding, you're going to lose 1 health at the start of upkeep, and if they're poisoned, they're going to lose 1 essence. So very easy to remember. And remember, special abilities, we have to unchannel any special abilities that the heroes used. Zeke used Magic Missile. Remember, that's that red arrow that tells you have to channel it. If it's green and pointing up, you don't have to channel it. So we have to unchannel that. And I think that's about it, right? Yes, so we have to go, of course, interact with our teleport track and lay the initiative token. So let's head over to the teleport track on the Dungeon UI board. Okay, and here's our teleport track. It's on the 1, put it there. So this is it. There's only 1 turn remaining. And then we're, of course, going to teleport. The next video you see, the heroes will be in the village for Celebration Day. Okay, let's head over to the dungeon and let's talk about our strategy and our plan for this last turn before Celebration Day. And starting off, let's discuss Albus. For right now, I think what we're going to have him do, he's clear over there in the Chapel of Light South. We're going to run him over here into the Pit of Darkness quadrant, and you see that there is an unexplored mining site. Of course, it's one of the mining sites, so let's just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and reveal that, because right now, I think we're going to be set before Celebration Day. So we'll just run him over here and turn that token over. Okay, let's go over to Matari'i and Melhiliak. Okay, let's discuss this a little bit, and I want to let you know something you may not know. And I discussed this, I think, a while back in the series. First of all, what I'm going to try to do is, or what we are going to try to do, is get Melhiliak over to this chamber here. Because it has the level 2 champion monster and a crate. And of course, we're doing this quest here, the Evil Beneath. So we'll try to get this almost completed. But if he doesn't have the movement, we are going to try to go into one of these yellow zones, which is a level 2 for the quest, A Mother's Request, to find this chalice. But I want to let you know something, and I kind of said this before about how those level 1 quests were like the tutorial or the introduction. These are what you have to watch out for, and we could run into some serious trouble, but I think it'd be fun trouble. You'll notice when you set these up, it's going to call for, since this is a level 2, it's going to call for you to mix in a lot of level 2 champion monster tokens, but also a few level 3. Because, you would think, you want your heroes to be level 2 to tackle a level 2 quest, because there's a chance that a level 3 champion could show up. So we're going to take that risk. I don't know what's going to happen. You see, this game is very random, and I love that. You never know what's lurking in these chambers. So, my point is, we already know in this, it's going to be a level 2 champion monster because it's exposed. I have not looked at these. I have no idea if and it could be an empty chamber. I think it's said to mix 1 empty chamber. And so in these yellow chambers, there could be an empty chamber. Good possibility of some level 2 champion monsters, or a slight chance of level 3 popping up. In that case, I don't think they're going to do good. It could be very bad. And we might see the incantation track. That's actually the last thing you didn't see, but we'll go over that. So, why don't we do this? Let's give initiative token 1 and 2 to Melhiliak and try to get him some movement to get to the Chapel of Light South area, to get here. If he doesn't have the movement, we're going to try to hit up one of these chambers here, the level 2 with the yellow skull tokens. So I'm going to put that in his player area. And, you know what? I just saw that he only has 2 health remaining. This is very, very... I just want to say, this is terrible gameplay. I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing, but we'll have fun with it and see what happens. Okay, and then, as you can probably imagine, initiative token 3 and 4, that is going to go to Matari'i. This is really a bad idea. I mean, she's got 4 health. They got 6 health between them. and going into like one of these chambers. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's go up here and chat about Zeke. And as we discussed, that Zeke successfully discovered the secret room right here. There's that token as a reminder. And he did successfully pick the lock. So we're going to go in here, get the secret room deck that I have right here. Very cool card backing. And we're going to, of course, shuffle it, roll a die, and we're going to see what kind of secret room this is. So we'll give Zeke, of course, initiative token 5 or 6. I'll put this in his player area, and then we're going to get, this is it, so upkeep is done, and we're going to move into the encounter phase. And I apologize, I always try to show you the player aid card when we get going, but we just did upkeep phase, and of course we are in the encounter phase. So we'll draw a card here, and this is the, it's an event. Let's take a look at this. And remember, I'm going to tell you again, just so you know, the yellow eye symbol. If a hero is being tracked by a guardian, they don't interact with this event. The red circle with the sword, if they're engaged in any kind of combat, basically if they're adjacent to a minion or guardian, they're ineligible. They won't be doing this event. So I always want to point that out. Let's take a look at this. A rather inviting yet mysterious purple portal materializes before each of the heroes. I remember this. I think our plan might be shot, possibly. A soft, childlike voice from beyond is beckoning them to enter it and help them. Each hero must test willpower 14 to resist the temptation of entering it. Remember, we can use our scalable difficulty reference card for events and challenges in the encounter deck. So each hero must test willpower 14 to resist the temptation of entering it. On a pass, the hero remains at the current location. On a fail, the hero steps into the portal and is teleported to a spawn point. Those monster spawn points, just like how we did the minions in the game. Roll 1d8. The result is the spawn point where the hero has been teleported. Okay, a very easy event. So this childlike voice is kind of like beckoning them from beyond to enter this portal and help them. But of course, it's kind of a trap because it's going to teleport them randomly somewhere in the dungeon. Okay, so let's go over and let's start with, we have to test each hero, right? Yep. So let's get Zeke out of the way, because I hope that he can pass this, because we want to see what's in that secret room. Okay, let's go up to Zeke. And actually, I think I can let's just do this now, so I don't have to stop the camera. Just carefully put it down here, and hopefully knock anything over. Okay. And this is going to test willpower, correct? Yes, willpower 14. And remember, with our scalable difficulty reference card, we can knock that down by 6, so that becomes an 8. And I think Zeke has very good willpower. Yeah, so that's the green, see, like right there, 3. So really all he needs is to get what is a 5. When we get the D20, I hope he can pass this. Let's roll right here and see if he enters into this portal. Nope, that's an 11. He totally resisted. He knows it's a trap. Okay, let's head down here for Matari'i and Melhiliak and see how they do with the portal. Okay, and we are with Matari'i and Melhiliak. I have their hero cards here. And before we do this, I have to say, Graham, hello Graham, I know you watched the series. Hope you're doing good. I was chatting with Graham about the Eidolon chest, and I was just saying, how unpredictable this game is. And he said in his comments something like LOL. He's like, I think this game has another word for unpredictable, meaning, that in a good way, that there's just tons of crazy stuff, fun stuff, random dungeon stuff that happens. And, I love that stuff. So Graham and many of us, I'm glad we're all enjoying this. Okay, so let's go, how about with Matari'i first? And looking at her willpower, that is a 2. Okay, so we can drop that down to an 8. So all she needs is a 6. So let's see if she can resist stepping into this trapped portal. And is that, oh yeah. Oh, she knew that was a trap with a 15. Perfect. Okay, she's safe. And then lastly, there you go. Make it a little more thematic. There's that portal right there. We're going to go with Melhiliak and take a look at his. And that is also a 2. So all he needs is a 6. And hopefully he doesn't step into this portal because, you know, what our plan is. So, nope, 17, look at that. All our heroes, well, 2 mercenaries and hero knew that was a trap with this childlike voice. Okay, we're just going to quickly go over the Guardian phase. Meet you on the dungeon UI board. Okay, if there were Guardians still to spawn into the dungeon, remember, you set that quota at the beginning of a scenario. You know, whether you want 1 Guardian, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 7 or 8 to spawn into the dungeon, you're going to roll a d20, and depending on where this token is, you know, you start it wherever you want, you can move it down. So you're going to roll a d20, and if that value is equal to that or higher, you're going to spawn a Guardian into the dungeon, and then you're going to lower that by 1. Okay, so that's simply the Guardian phase. Now, let us get into the hero phase, and we'll get up there with Zeke in the Chapel of Light North, and let's see what Zeke discovers in that chamber. Okay, and here we are with Zeke again, right by that chamber. And as I said, this chamber was discovered and the lock was picked on the chamber door. Initiative token 1. We're going to generate some movement. Zeke has a base movement of 2. No, I'm sorry. Well, it's actually 4. He does have that lit torch. So that's 2 and 2. 2 from the torch, 2 from his base movement. That's 4. Roll of a d6. Well, he could step right in, but still, we'll go over it. 3 and 4, that's 7. So remember, chamber doors automatically open. It does not cost an action, and he'll step in. And so this is like a move, and then, you know, action to see what is inside of the secret room. Let's get the secret room deck right here. I worked with the very incredible David Shear on this, and it was cool when we were talking about this, he did this book. See that book that's kind of like out? He said he was thinking when he designed that, like the book pulled out triggered the secret door to open. So very, very cool. He did all the backings, and just all of these artists are just incredible. Just really beautiful card backings. Okay, so let's shuffle this. And just know, for the expansion, this is something I really built on already. There is new types of secret rooms, and I'm very excited for you to see where a secret room could take you, maybe. That's all I'll say. Okay, I think that's good enough. We're going to roll, of course, the d6, randomly pick one. Okay, we're going to go 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Zeke steps in, and he discovers it is a treasure chamber. And this one is a really good one. You have discovered a treasure chamber. Draw 2 loot cards. 2 loot. This is an awesome one. And just let me show you, no spoilers, but sometimes they may discover a desolate chamber. And I got to give a huge shout out, Dean Spencer. I worked with him on this when I was telling him like what I wanted the treasure chamber to look like in a desolate. Of course, he injected his incredible, creativity. And I said, you got to do me a favor. He made a skull. It's like, you have to have a rat on top of that skull. And so, Dean, thank you for putting the rat on top of the skull. But that's just some killer fantasy art right there. Perfect. Okay, but as this is, let's get the loot deck. I am just going to try to do it right here. This massive loot deck. I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle, and then we'll roll the d6. And you know what we'll do, just to make it more snappy, I'll roll, and then whatever comes up, I'll just pick those two down for wherever it says. So put it here. Oops. Okay, roll a d6. 5. Okay, so we'll go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take, this one and this one for the 2 pieces of loot he found, and put this huge deck back over here. Put these back on top. Okay. Zeke goes in, snooping around this treasure chamber, and he discovers, oh wow, Ring of the Ancients. Let's take a look at that. That's a green uncommon, tier 2, level 2. It's going to add +2 to ranged warfare and +1 to ranged and chaos affliction checks. So, like with Melhiliak, remember when he had to test that? If he was level 2 and he had this equipped, he could add +1 to that ranged check when he was in +2. So this would have been good for him. Ring of the Ancients. This would be good for like your archer or like any kind of hero that's proficient with ranged warfare, or any of your heroes. Okay, so he finds the Ring of the Ancients. And then the second piece he finds is, oh wow, a legendary Magister Treads. This is a good one. Legendary orange. +3 to wisdom attribute, +4 to arcane. That is a really good piece of loot to find. That's perfect for Zeke when he hits level 3. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed learning about a secret room. We found the treasure chamber. That was awesome. I'll tell you what, he still has 1 action left for his initiative token 1, and of course he has initiative token 2. I'm going to pause the video so I don't bore you. I'm going to survey the dungeon, and let's consider what we want to do with Zeke. Okay, and you know what? I've thought of something. Change of plans already. He still has that 1 action remaining for initiative token 1, and of course he has initiative token 2. This might be crazy, and I don't know if he can get the movement for it, but he has 6 health remaining, and he's got that Luke's training sword that's a +2 weapon, and a few other things. I'm wondering if we can get him down here to this chamber here in the Chapel of Light South and have him try to do, battle this level 2 champion monster. Okay? So it's kind of a change of plans, but I think it'd be fun if we could get in there and do some combat as we wrap this up. So let's see what we can do. Like I said, he does have the torch for a +2 base movement of 2. That's 4. And hopefully we can get some big movement here. So I'll just roll right up here. No, that's not good. So that's 2. So that's 6. 1. Close the chamber door. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's going to be close. Okay, so we're going to roll again. So his initiative token 1 is done, of course. So now we are on initiative token 2. And if we get some big movement, we can do this. So let's see. Look at that. 6. 6 and 4, of course, that's 10. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I guess we're going to do this. And then right in. How perfect is that? And then, of course, declare an attack. This might be a crazy turn. Okay, so let me get the level 2 champion monster deck. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I have to say, it is so nice to be back with you guys playing Dungeon Crusade. It was such a crazy last few days with all this snow and that, so it's very relaxing and stress relieving to play this and hang out with you guys. Okay, this is our level 2 deck, right? Yep. Okay, just want to show you, we have those, of course, dual monster chambers, which would be absolutely crazy if we pulled one. So they're in there. Okay, let's give it a quick shuffle again. And that should be good. Okay, roll the d6. Okay, we're going to go 2 down. 1. Might have been stupid to do. Oh well. Okay, so Zeke goes in there, and what's lurking in this chamber? Oh wow, Orc Berserker. But you know what? This is not bad. But is this an elite? It's an elite. Uh-oh. Orc Berserker. I say that because remember, Zeke has that Luke's training sword, and that does give him that +3 and +3 to chaos and physical. But remember, he's not proficient, so that is just going to even out. Actually, this is probably not going to go too good, but we'll have fun with it. Let's see, Ancestral Rage. At the start of every combat round, Eek, the Orc Berserker rolls the d20. On a result of 16 to 20, Ancestral Rage activates. For this combat round, for each failed warfare roll a hero makes, they take 1 additional damage. Oh my god. All I can say is I'll meet you at the combat table. Okay, and here we are in the chamber with Zeke with this dastardly Orc Berserker elite. And you know me, I'm very optimistic. On this battle, though, I'm not too optimistic. This is going to be one rough battle, simply because he's not really proficient in physical or chaos. You know, of course, he has this here, the Fabled Dagger. Remember, we put the power gem in the socket, but that's ranged and mythical. So this is gonna, you know, it's not gonna do anything for him. He does have Luke's training sword that does 2 damage right here, and yes, that's good. That's, you know, that buffs up his physical and chaos with a +3. But looking at his hero card, you know, he is not proficient in these 2 at all. We're gonna have to -2 from the Chaos Warfare dice and -3 from the Physical Warfare dice. That's why it would have been great to have Melhiliak in here, because he excels at those 2, and he could have put the hurting on him. Lastly, though, he does have a +1 to spiritual. That's probably as best as he's going to do with this. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's get on with it. So I do have the warfare tokens here: chaos, physical, and spiritual. I'm just going to shuffle these now, and I'll set these aside. Okay, but remember, this Orc Berserker does have a special ability, and remember that wording. There's a few of them where it's worded like that at the start of every combat round. The Orc Berserker rolls 1d20. On a result of 16 to 20, Ancestral Rage activates. So let's just do that first. Hopefully it doesn't activate. Let's get our trusty d20, and remember, you always process that, you know, a special ability first of a monster. Go to your next step. Does the hero have any potions they want to drink? Do they have any special abilities? Then you get into phase 1. So Orc Berserker is going to test this, and wouldn't you know it, 18. So that is going to be active, and we will put that there as a reminder. This is going to be rough. Okay, and then Zeke's out of essence, guys. He doesn't have any essence, or else there's really nothing he can use right now. It's just going to be a straight battle. Okay, let's get on with it. First phase is going to be, well, that's good, at least spiritual. And how much health does this Orc Berserker have? Oh, only 5 health. Okay, so first phase, spiritual warfare. Of course, Zeke is going to declare Luke's training sword because it can do 2 damage. Put the battle token on there. He kind of rushes up with Luke's training sword, and what does he need? He needs a 12, well, an 11, adding that 1. So let's see how Zeke does with this strike. Nope. That is only an 8, my friends. That is not good. He totally missed that, but it's only 1 damage. So I'm going to grab his Awesome player board. Mark this down by 1. He has 5 health remaining. Not. Okay, clear the dice, clear the tokens. We're moving into phase 2. Reveal the token, and it is physical warfare. And looking at his hero card, I think that's a -3, right? Yeah, because that's a -3. That's going to be a -2. So we're going to have to deduct that. And again, we're going to declare Luke's training sword for phase 2. So remember, he has a +3, but that's just going to basically cancel that out. So it's zeroed out. Okay, so Zeke rushes up Luke's training sword, and it's an 8 and a 3. And what did he have to get? I know it was higher than that. Oh yeah, 15. And that is definitely 2 damage. So we're going to deduct that. And Zeke is down to, guys, he's down to 3 health. I said this was going to be a 1 rough battle. Clear the warfare dice, the token. Click that token off. And finally, you guessed it, it is going to be chaos. And looking at chaos warfare, that is 13. He does have a -2, but he has this +1. Well, you know, minus or +3, so that's going to put him up to +1. So he can add 1 to this die roll. So what he needs to get at least a 12 on that. So let's get phase 3 battle token, declaring, of course, Luke's training sword. Chaos warfare dice. It would be amazing if he pulls this out. And well, actually, that's a 12 and a 2. So that's 14. Plus that 1, that's 15. And you know what? He landed 2 damage. Good going for Zeke. Okay, so there's the 2 damage. And I'm going to try to quickly shuffle everything back up so I don't have to pause the camera, because I just want you to see everything as it's happening. So just give me a moment here to get everything ready. This is actually turning out to be a pretty good battle. Oh, wait a minute. No. You know what? He's dead. You know why? We forgot about, or maybe he's not dead. Because remember, sorry, I'm glad I caught that. Because Ancestral Rage did activate. So it's going to add 1 additional damage. So he took, so we're actually, I'm glad I caught that, guys. It's going to be 2 extra damage because, of course, he failed those 2. So I'm going to adjust that now. He was at 3, 1, 2. Guys, he is at 1 health. If he pulls this off, it is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm glad I caught that. Get that back in focus. All right, let's get on with this. I'm excited to see what is going to happen. Okay, so we're going into phase 2. We're going to roll for the Ancestral Rage in a moment. We got our warfare tokens. Give them a quick shuffle. This would be amazing if Zeke pulls this out. Okay, got those shuffled. Orc Siegebreaker, it's going to see if his Ancestral Rage is going to activate. And no, it does not activate. Oh, I'm sorry, yes it does. Now it's going to be even more amazing. I'll remember that if this does activate. Oh boy. Okay, Zeke, he has no healing potions, nothing. It's going to be a straight battle again. All right, let's get on with it. Physical warfare. Remember, that's a -3 on Zeke's card. Orc's Berserker is 15. He's going to have to do an incredible hit with this to land damage. This might be it for Zeke right here. Again, phase 1, Luke's training sword, potential 2 damage, battle token 1. He rushes up with Luke's training sword and no. I was really hoping that I was thinking he was going to roll a 12 and a 6, 5 and 2. Oh no, he's that Orc Siegebreaker, especially with Ancestral Rage. That's a 3. That's it. Zeke's done. He perishes. Dead. That was going to be a tough battle. But guys, you know what though? Before we go and do the whole resing thing, and we have to show you the incantation track. So in a way, I'm glad that happened. You see what happens in Dungeon Crusade. We went in with a level 1 hero, thought we were going to do good, and this comes up, you know? So I hope that shows you even more about Dungeon Crusade and the strategy and tactics and building your heroes and doing reckless gameplay like this. Okay, let's discuss what happens when you leave a champion monster alone in a chamber. So I think this is one of the last things also. Your hero perishes. He's done. Whenever you leave a champion monster alone in a chamber undefeated, you're going to leave this token in that chamber, of course. And what happens is that this monster is starting an incantation. And I'm going to show you over on the Dungeon UI board, there's a little incantation track. So what they're going to do is these monsters, when you leave a champion monster alone, they're going to do this incantation. And what it's going to do is the monsters are working towards putting a hex on the village. And a lot of bad things happen if a hex is placed over a village. The terror level goes up, minion population goes up, you lose things in the bazaar, from this hex on the village. It's very bad. So, and here it's very simple to remember. Because a level 2 champion monster killed our hero, that's as many tokens as you're going to put on the incantation track. And we're going to go over there and do that. So it's always associated with the level of the champion monster. So if, say this was a level 1, you would put 1 token on the track. Level 2, you're going to put 2. And if a level 4 monster would defeat your hero, of course, you're going to put 4 tokens. Level 3 champion monster, put 3. You got that, right? So let's go over there. We'll discuss it more. And yeah, this was very unfortunate. I'll meet you at the incantation track. And here is the incantation track right here. So like I said, this was a level 2 champion monster. You're going to take 2 red tokens, put it on 1 and 2. So let's just say that, actually coming up, we're going to have Matari'i and Melhiliak. Let's say that they run into another level 2 monster and they're defeated. You're going to put 2 more on 3 and 4. When this track is filled, a hex is placed on the village. That's simply how that works. And then, of course, you take these off. It's kind of reset. It's a very, very simple system, but you don't want a hex on the village. Also, you're going to shuffle this back into the champion monster deck. This doesn't stay in there. That's always going to change. You got to think maybe this monster left that chamber and there's a new one that moved in there. So that's how to think of this. So I'm going to shuffle this back in, and we'll just go over to the chamber and show you. We're going to put that level 2 champion monster token back in the chamber. Okay, and here was that chamber right here, of course, and I'm just going to place that back in this chamber. And you know what? We forgot to activate Albus, so let's go just do that real quick, and then we'll get to Matari'i and Melhiliak. But that's simply how the incantation track works, and if a hex is placed on the village. Also, we of course have to put Zeke in the resurrection altar, and we're going to move the terror track up by 1, so now it is at 5. And we are about to move Albus, but I do want to point something out, like I've said, and in regards to what you just saw, and what I wanted to address with Dungeon Crusade, true party building. And what I mean is rallying heroes. If Zeke would have rallied, if there was another, mercenary, another hero there, his odds would have been much better because, you're a party of heroes. So someone like Melhiliak could have excelled in that combat and probably maybe took out that orc berserker, but that was pretty tough with that ancestral rage. But I just wanted to touch on that where, solo heroes, especially going in high level chambers, they may not do so good. Rallying heroes is almost a way, to guarantee a victory. Hopefully, under certain circumstances. Okay, I just wanted to say that real quick. We're just going to move, as I said, Albus over to that mining site since it's so close to Celebration Day. base movement of 10 plus the roll of a d10. So let's get him moving. And that is, it's only 12. So I guess we'll just go, right through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And if we get some big movement, we can maybe get in there. I'll try to just shift this over here. Actually, you can see that mining site right over here. So second action, oh, that was good. That is a 9. So 10 and 9 is 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 with 1 to spare. And remember, Albus or a hero can be just adjacent to a mining site to reveal it. And it is, of course, one of our last ones with mining site D. So that's where that one is. Okay, so Albus is done. Now, let's go discuss Melhiliak and Matari'i. Okay, and next up is Melhiliak, and then of course Matari'i. And I want to tell you something, the kind of player that I am, whether it's Dungeon Crusade or Diablo or an MMORPG or even definitely Dark Souls, when my hero gets the beat down, I hold a grudge. And I want to go back to that monster with some serious vengeance and kick the living green crap out of it. I want to go back to that chamber so bad and hopefully pull that Orc Berserker with these two heroes and just slay it. But I don't think we can do that because we're not going to have enough movement. We're just too far away. But that's what I'd like to do. I think what we're going to do is this. We're going to try to attempt, especially after this, this is reckless. I don't recommend doing what I'm about to do. I think we're going to go into the Well of Eternity area with Melhiliak, and we're going to try to see what's in here. I do not know what's underneath that spawning swirly thing. It could be an empty chamber, a slight chance. It could be a level 2 monster, and there could be a slight chance it could be a level 3. Because remember, this chamber and this one and a few others deal with the Mother's Request, where we have to find this magical chalice for her daughter. So this is what we're going to do, but I'd love to go back there, but we don't have the movement. Okay, so Melhiliak is going to move into this chamber. So he does not have a torch. Nope, does not have a torch. Base movement of 2 with the roll of a d6. That's great movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's just see, because Matari'i has 5. So you know what? I'm just going to say, we'll just do this for the heck of it. Let's burn this out here. Second action, of course, just go 1, 2, 3, right at the chamber door. And initiative token 3 is done. So now we are going to move in and rally Matari'i. So with initiative token 4, of course, a move and attack and roll. That's great movement right there. So we're going to move in. Remember, chamber doors automatically open, does not cost an action. You never reveal that until you declare who's going to attack. So we're not going to reveal this yet. Initiative token 4, right? We're going to get his player board, and he has, this was just really senseless to do. Remember, rallying calls cost 1 essence. He has 1 essence left and 2 health. I don't recommend doing this. He's going to rally, of course, Matari'i. She has initiative token 5 and 6. Of course, this is going to end it when she goes in there to attack. Base movement of 3. She does not have her torch anymore. And it's good movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with this, she will move in here with her second action. It's going to be a move and attack action, of course. There's good movement. 1, 2. And here we go. We're going to reveal this. So Matari'i and Melhiliak go into this chamber. They're kind of lurking around, and they discover a level 2 monster. Oh, I hope it's the Orc Berserker. Guys, I hope it's the Orc Berserker. Let me get the deck. I hope this is the Orc Berserker. I know I'm crazy, right? I just want to show you, as always, there they are. There's the one dual chamber. They are in here. And where's I just saw? Yeah, that's who we want. And where's the other? It's in here. There's one. And where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Okay, just want to show you those are in there. Okay, do a quick shuffle. Okay, and roll. We're going to go 4 down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so they're snooping around that chamber, and lurking inside, they discover a skeletal warrior. This is just the normal version. Okay, I always look at those warfare types, so that's good for Melhiliak. He's going to do great with that. Matari'i, of course, is great with mythical. I think they're going to do awesome. And origin story, if you want to go over that real quick. Crypt of Exilia. The Crypt of Exilia was the burial site for the brave soldiers of the Avalon Valiant Army. But a mysterious aura is bringing these soldiers back to life. It is unknown how these monsters can regain life after being damaged. And again, that just gives you a hint of what's coming for the elite version, because they have this special ability called regen. I think they're going to do awesome fighting against the skeletal grunts. Okay, so let me get the warfare tokens, and let's head over to our chamber and take this thing out. Okay, guys, there's a lot to discuss about this battle. This may be one of the best battles you've seen this far in the game, and really show you the cool combat system in Dungeon Crusade. Let me draw your attention to something that you maybe would have forgot about. This environment, the blood red moon over the dungeon. It is the night of the undead. When combating monsters with the undead racial trait, right here, there's that symbol right there. These monsters receive a +3 to all warfare values while this environment is in effect. Wow. So let's take a look at this. All these are going to get bumped up by 3. So that mythical is going to be 16. Physical is going to be 17. And arcane is going to be 14. This is going to be one rough battle. However, it's going to get interesting. Because, thank God, we had Matari'i get enchanting hymn. So we are definitely going to cast this right off the rip, and that will give our heroes a +2 to all warfare rolls. So it's these special abilities, well, you know, the environment at least, with the undead and this blood red moon, but yet Atari's going to play this enchanting hymn and bolster up their warfare values. This is going to be a fun and interesting battle. Pop popcorn now for yourself. Pause the video and go pop popcorn, seriously. Let's get on with this. I'm very excited about this battle, and you know what? I found a new way to set this up, but I want to be able to roll the dice so you can see it. Hopefully this all works. Okay, I have our warfare tokens here. This skeletal warrior is versed in, like I said, arcane, mythical, and physical. So I'm going to put these here. I'm going to shuffle. Let's place them right here in back so you can see them. And okay, this is of course a normal version, no special abilities. That is good. Next thing, do any of our heroes want to activate a special ability? Absolutely. Enchanting Hymn. And Matari'i is going to pay the 3 essence. And that's one good thing from the res, if you remembered that she had 7. So I'm just going to slide this down by 3. It was on 7, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're doing good. We can add +2 to all the warfare rolls. Okay, then we'll put this to environment. Kind of you can see that in the back with the blood red moon over the dungeon. So this guy is going to get +3 to all those warfare. And let's start phase 1. First phase, Arcane. Now I'm going to tell you that Melhiliak is, well, he does have, remember, he has the staff here that he could add a +1 to. And it does have the, we plugged this socket in, or the power gem into the socket. Just want to show you that. But remember, Matari'i is our hero who is very proficient in mythical. So we're not going to have him attack. And I'll show you real quick. Matari'i has a 0 on this. But remember, we have Enchanting Hymn, so that's going to be a +2. But then again, with that +3 on that, that's going to be very, very hard. That's what, 14. She's going to have to score at least a 12 on the Arcane Warfare dice. She is going to use, this is going to be a really hard battle. She's going to declare Mallory's Golden Bow. It'll do 2 damage. There's phase 1. Have the dice. So she runs up, about to shoot this arrow, and I hope I don't mess up when I'm rolling. And the strike is, what is that? No, was it 5? Wait a minute. And, oh, she did, I think. Guys, I think she landed, yep. Because that's, 14 plus the 2 from Enchanting Hymn. That's 16. That is a great hit. Yeah, because with that 3 is only 14. She successfully put damage on him. How much health does this guy have? Oh, man, 5. That's a lot. But at least she put some damage on him. So phase 1 was a success. We're going to move her back. Clear the warfare dice. As I said, this is going to be a really good battle. Okay, that's good. So 2 damage already. Reveal the next warfare token. Warfare type. Myth, that's perfect. Because, she's very proficient in mythical warfare. Let me add up everything real quick for her. And I'll just show you if you'd like to see. Remember, she has a +3 to mythical, so that's 3. She has the rusty dagger. That's a +2, so that's 5 right there. And then 5, and then she has the Myth of the Mind. That's 6, plus the Enchanting Hymn is +2, so that's 8. And let's take a look at this. That's pretty high. 13 plus 3, that's 16. So let's see how she does. And of course, we're going to use Mallory's Golden Bow, try to put another 2 on there. Or, yeah, 2 damage. Battle token 2 for phase 2. She runs up with the bow. She's got to land a hit with this. And she did. This is an awesome battle. 5 and 7, that's 12. Plus, what I say, 8, 20. That's another 2 hits on the skeletal warrior. She is doing incredible. Moves back. Clear the warfare dice. I think we're going to do it, guys. Or they're going to do it. Last one is physical. Yeah, she is definitely going to sit this round out. Again, that's why we rally heroes, because that's a -3. Melhiliak is going to take the lead for this one. So let's check this out for him. He's already very proficient in physical, so that's 2. He has, this is actually really great. He's got the ruby ring. That'll give him a +2 to that. So that's 4. And remember, we picked up the Troll's Tooth. That will give another +1 to physical, so that's what, 5. Plus the Enchanting Hymn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. But remember, we have to add that 3 to that. That's really high. That's 17. It's going to be rough. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying. This was a really epic last turn, I think. And we're going to, of course, declare just the Redwood Staff. It'll only do 1 damage, but that's all we need. So let's see what happens. Melhiliak rushes up with the staff and going to try to destroy this thing. Oh, come on. This will be so epic if he kills it. And I don't think he did. That's 7 and a 1. So that's what, 8? And adding that up again, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's, yeah, with Enchanting Hymn. So that's 15. No. Oh, wait, yes, wait, 8 and 7. Nope, that's 15. Melhiliak is going to take 1 damage. But remember, he has 2 health. This is a really good battle. He has 1 health remaining, guys. Wow. Okay, let's clear all this up. Let's keep it going. And move them back. Get the warfare tokens again. And just want to make sure I got, yep, I added all that up, right? 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he didn't. So we have our warfare tokens. And guys, you know what I'm hoping for is mythical to come up. That's what we really need to have Matari'i take this thing out with the Mallory's Golden Bow. Okay, set these back here. And Monster, remember, Monster doesn't have a special ability. We're going to keep going. Heroes, we already have Enchanting Hymn activated, and that stays good throughout the hero phase, so we can add a +2. Oh, man, and so first one is, oh, man, Arcane. Well, Matari's, of course, going to attack. And looking at her card, I think she's middle of the road and everything, but she does have Enchanting Hymn with a +2. Let's take a look at this. 11 and 3, that's 14. She's going to have to get a 12 on the Arcane Warfare dice. Of course, going to declare Mallory's Golden Bow for phase 1. Let's get the Arcane Warfare dice. She runs up with that bow, and man, I hope she lands a hit. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's very late, or I'd be screaming right now. That's 12. With Enchanting Hymn, that adds a +2. That's 14. Adding 3, 14. Remember, all you have to do is meet or exceed it. Matari'i lands the killing blow on the skeletal warrior. What an awesome battle that was. That was so close. That was so close. I really love this game, and I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you enjoyed. This was a very good churn. Maybe one of the best ones. So we already have part of the Mother's Request done. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to grab, okay, they're going to get 2 life force for that. And since Matari'i, of course, did the killing blow, she's going to get the loot and gold roll. And I don't know if I told you guys that. That's how I roll with it. You know, whatever hero has the killing blow, they get to do the loot and gold roll. And then they could, you know, decide if they want to distribute it if you're playing with other people. So what is that for the loot? 17 and 11 for 100 gold. So 17, 11 goes. So she's going to go up and search this thing. D20. And what is that? 15. Shoot. Okay, so I'm going to get the 100 gold for that. And guys, that wraps up the hero phase. That was really fun, super close. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so let me clean up this area, get the 2 life force, 100 gold, and let's go into the monster phase, which is going to be fast because there's only the Orc Siege Breaker left. See you in a second. And before we head into the monster phase, I'm just going to put Melhiliak and Matari'i back in that chamber, and I've just got to say that was a really high note to end on. You know, it kind of made up for Zeke, you know, perishing, but man, that was just so cool how that worked out. With it happened to be an undead monster and the blood red moon, and then Matari'i activating the enchanting him. That was a very cool last battle before Celebration Day. I hope you enjoyed it. A little long, but that was fun. Okay, so let's head over to our minion movement speed track and get our monster phase going. This is going to be over in probably less than a minute, and we'll wrap everything up. Okay, and just looking at our player aid card, we just did the hero phase. We're going into the monster phase, and of course after that, that is the end of the turn, and it goes right back to the top of the next turn with upkeep. All right, so we're at our minion movement speed track, and let's roll on that. We only have an Orc Siege Breaker in the dungeon right now. 3, and so that's just going to be moving, using a d6 to generate movement along with its base movement. And it's going to scooch over here, and remember that once the Elder Globe is glowing green, your 3 quests are complete. No minions will spawn into the dungeon. But I want to make mention of something, and I meant to say this before, and I don't want to give any spoilers. I guess I'll just say this. In the encounter deck, there could be some minions that could spawn as a result of something. Those minions you do spawn. So just, you know, because it's an event that's happening. So, you know, just because this is glowing green, you don't spawn, you know, from this track, like in the monster phase. But if an encounter card is telling you, because of some things that could happen from events and other things, you do spawn them in. Okay, so let's go over to our Orc Siege Breaker, see what it is going to do, and then we'll wrap up turn 15. Okay, and our blue Orc Siege Breakers right here, and it was on the green patrol route. So I got the patrol route die just in case. It has a base movement of right there, base movement of 2. Let's roll right here. Oh, it actually generated a lot, 6, and it's going to go on the blue patrol route, which is right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and it is done. Okay, guys, that is it for the monster phase. So let's pull the camera back and wrap up turn 15. And turn 15 is a wrap. Guys, I love hanging out with you. It was so nice to be back playing this game after just the last few days with this winter storm and just plowing snow, and it was a lot. So it just was nice, and I just think this was a very awesome turn for what happened. I was very surprised by a few things, and I think you guys were too. And hopefully you really enjoyed this. So here's what's going to happen. It's going to go into turn 16, but it's really not turn 16, because immediately after we res our hero, our mercenary Zeke, it's going to be the teleport will activate, and we will be going to the village for Celebration Day. And that's kind of like when the game pauses. So there's no timer or anything like that, but we're going to discuss all that. I'm going to teach you what you do heading into Celebration Day, what we, you know, the different services in the village. Of course, I have a special House of Chance game that I'm looking forward to. We're going to be gambling some gold and playing a fun game. And then I'll, of course, tell you what happens when you head back to the dungeon with your hero and mercenaries to work on Quest Table 2. And then when that's complete, you have one more Celebration Day, and then do the final Quest Table 3 with the tough monsters in the game. So there's still a lot to look forward to. All right, everyone. stay tuned. It's going to be out very soon, and we'll definitely wrap this up by the end of the weekend for you. I hope everyone has a great day. Love hanging out with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm really looking forward to Celebration Day and hanging out in the House of Chance with you guys. All right, have a good day, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.
Give me my shovel, dog. I need to shovel. Give me that shovel, dog. Get back, puppy dog.